My name is Kathy Lehmeyer, and I am the CEO and founder of Kids Individual Development Services. I started the process actually in 2018, and we launched in 2019. And it came about as a resource for families to find caregivers that fit what they need versus having them fit what a caregiver needs. My nephew, Vic, he wasn't diagnosed till he was almost 10. And we really struggled because we didn't know what he had. We knew he was a little bit different. He had only spoke maybe 4 words by the time he was 4 years old, and the doctors were really nervous about diagnosing him. Once we had the diagnosis, then we were like, oh, now we know what to research. We know we need to shift because he can't shift in the moment, and that helped us figure out a lot of things. It was really rough, so it was just me and my sister. Just prior to that, our mom and stepdad had passed away. And so we had to lean on each other a lot. The more I reached out and did my research, I found that not only is it difficult to get a diagnosis, once you get the diagnosis, then it's, now what do I do? Most don't ever get told what they can do. It's only if you happen upon someone that wants to take you under their wing and show you. Once that happens, you go to the county and you make an appointment and you have to wait. They do an evaluation and then they say, well, you might qualify for this many hours of support for care. And then you're handed a list of a couple hundred caregivers that you have to call down the list to see if they're taking new clients, if they have availability, what their schedule's like. And so it's just one spiral after the other. And so the goal was if I could just lessen that burden just a little bit. And so that's what we set out to do.
So Kids Individual Development Services in Arizona, we provide 3 types of care for our individuals. The first one is called attendant care. And the way to think about attendant care is if you have an individual who needs help with their activities of daily living, like bathing, dressing, food assistance, hygiene, that's under attendant care. So we come into the home and we help support the family with that individual. The next type of care we provide is habilitation. And what habilitation is I think of it this way. If I have these goals that I need to achieve, that's what habilitation is. You have goals, but our caregiver comes in and they help them achieve those goals. For example, if little Joey needs to learn how to tie his shoes, and that's one of his goals, our caregiver goes in and helps them reach that goal. The next thing that we provide is what's called respite. And respite care, the best way to think about it is it's a mom break. Because when you have a person that has some special powers, sometimes it's hard. You put that person in front of all of your own needs and you don't take care of yourself. Well, respite is meant so you can go refill your cup and still be that great parent, but have that time to go to Target and walk around for 25 minutes or an hour, sipping Starbucks, and know that somebody's at your home taking care of that individual so you can refill your cup.
The premise is that our caregivers are trained on all the nuances of any diagnosis in the intellectual and developmental disability community. So we make sure that they're the most qualified, and we also train them on behavior prevention. We're one of the only agencies that's our foundation, is that if we can prevent behaviors, then they may never need a behavior plan. A lot of the nuances of the intellectual and developmental disability community is communication. They don't have the tools. And the majority of society, even schools, do not have the education to jump into their normal, to jump in their reality and help them to thrive in that situation. So that's where our caregivers come in. And so we specifically handpick caregivers for families to make sure that they thrive. Our goal is long-term sustainability, because then the individual trusts the person that's caring for them, and then the family can slowly breathe and start to step back a little bit and just be mom or dad versus being caregiver 24/7.
It is a huge challenge if you don't have any resources. Working for kids really appealed to me because I do have a son who is on the spectrum. So being able to work in a company that helps people with disabilities is really close to my heart. When he was younger, so he's 24 now, when he was diagnosed, he was 2 years old. I was very young. I did not know that services were out there like this. They were very hard to come by. It took a lot of work to get into them. It's really difficult to be able to find resources, especially when you're a single mom. You know, you've got kids to raise. You don't have time to go out and look for all of those things on your own. It would have really actually changed my life to have had services like we provide.
The resource guide was created for that purpose, to help moms like me who don't know what to do, because when you get a diagnosis, They hand it to you and say, your kid has autism. Here you go. If you don't have the experience, you don't know what to do with it. Taking your child to the dentist or to the eye doctor is so different. And not every organization or clinic is equipped with that. So with the guide, you're able to go, okay, I am looking for a dentist that specializes in this community, and you know that they're going to be flexible and have experience.
You have the opportunity to impact someone's day every single day to help them have those moments of, aha, this is real, or I can do this, or you see their self-esteem grow. You see them take on new challenges that their parents never thought was possible. It can seem like a big mountain, and hopefully with the guide coming out, we'll have more resources to help people find the right place for them. My name is Kathy Lehmeyer, and I am the CEO and founder of Kids Individual Development Services, KIDS for short, and Lehmeyer Development. We are trending today.